And my buddy, and we're gonna have a pretty great show for you tonight. We're gonna have a special guest, singer-songwriter and author, Sevi Regis, and she brought an accompaniment for her to play some music later, Stephen Walsh, and we're gonna have a great time. I'm even gonna get to play a song and a bass for you tonight.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Finally do some real work.
Could actually do something tonight. We're actually gonna do something, right? I'd like to start out, maybe you want to tell people what's going on in the coming weeks?
The coming weeks, absolutely. We have quite a rundown. April 5th, Donna Corey Gibson is going to be at St. Luke's Church in Whitestone. She calls herself a Catholic singer, but I think you'd be blessed if you just go and check this out. April 6th, we have two bands at 89 North in Patchogue, Penny Lane and the 60s Invasion. I don't have to tell you what the 60s Invasion is all about, and if you didn't get Penny Lane as a Beatles thing, call me, we'll talk. April 12th, Sure Things. It's a pop and a dance band. That's going to be at the Village Idiot at Patchogue, New York. And April 16th, we are going to have on this show, Top Hat Entertainment, April 16th, Susan Glazer Gelbman. She plays Singing Bowls. And that's going to be from 9 to 10 p.m. Check that out. April 25th is the Praise Work Open Jam Open Mic. It's a Christian themed thing that I'm hosting at the Monarch Lounge in Farmingville, New York. April 27th, Sound Dog, Sherry Anderson. If you saw her a couple weeks ago, that's her band. She's going to be at the Maples in Matterville, New York. And we're going to go ahead a little bit in August. There's going to be a community festival in New Jersey. And my buddy Jim is in a Meatloaf tribute band called All Revved Up from New York. And Seaside Heights on the beach, New Jersey, August 1st. Write that down. You want to see them.
Very good, Tom. And I'd like to say something else before we even start the show, and I'll try to repeat it a few times during the show. If anybody knows anybody that's in the way the world is now, there's people that are hungry and people needing of food. If anybody knows anybody that needs food, families that need food, homeless people that need food, anybody that might need a meal, please get in touch with me. You can either email me, text me on my page, Church Music, or you could call me. It's 631-300-6281. Try to call me on a Wednesday night. I pick up food on a Thursday, and it's available for anybody that needs it. The only thing I can't promise is delivery. That's, you probably have to pick it up on the South Shore and maybe Bay Shore or something and meet me. But there will be food available. I don't know what, it may be vegetables, sometimes there's meat. It's whatever is available that week.
That's awesome.
And it's a good operation. I just started working with these people a few weeks ago, and it's been great so far. And I think we'll go to a video. We're going to play a video. My guest, Sevi Regis, she's a singer, songwriter, she's an author, she has a history in media. I actually met her on Facebook and through chats and chat rooms, and I found her to be super interesting and extremely intelligent, and her music is touching. And we're going to play her videos, and then she's going to tell us a little bit how she was inspired to write her music and what inspires her life. And we'll learn a little about her biography. So the first song we're going to play is called Great Run.
That's where you are. Oh, I will stumble steep and fall in deep, if that's where
And I'd like to introduce you to Sevi Regis. Thank her for being on the show.
And thank you for having me.
And what brings you here?
You. I got an invitation at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. It didn't say, "What's up?"
I think we were actually
I showed up.
I was watching middle of the night posts from somebody.
Right.
And where do you come from? What area?
Oh, I come from far. I come from far away, very far away, very far. I'm in Huntington.
Huntington? You grew up in Huntington?
No, actually, I was born in Manhattan on East 57th Street, and my parents, we lived there for 3 years, and then we moved to Forest Hills. I lived in Westport, Connecticut, and then I moved back to the city. So I lived in the city until '99, and then I moved out to Long Island, and I love it here.
And how much of your time do you spend writing your music? And
Music is like a very deep thing for me, you know? I mean, my life is so busy, and I so regret that it's that busy, because I would love to spend many more hours a day immersed in music than I'm able to. But songs come to me like I dream them. I have one song, I'll be doing the video soon, called Life is Like a Hayride. It's for my symphonic bluegrass CD, because I do all different genres of music. And I play a lot of different instruments because I have to track them myself, so I might as well play them. But what I'm going to be doing is, with this video, I'm going to be showing something very ethereal and beautiful, and the whole song just came to me. In the beginning of the winter, something happened to my back. I don't know what. I never had a back problem, but my back hurt. Maybe a cold in my back or something. It hurt so bad, like I literally couldn't move to the right or to the left without excruciating pain. I was frozen in place and I couldn't move. And I thought, oh my God, I'll never play the accordion again. Maybe I'll never play the guitar again. Maybe I'll never, I figured I was finished, like I didn't know what it was. When it finally started to go away and I was able to get up one day, all of a sudden this little cute little country bluegrass song just came to me like whole cloth, And so, yeah, it's amazing, like, healing through music therapy. And it just came to me. And so I look forward very much to making that video and having that song finished.
how many instruments do you play?
About 15 now. But I saw a guy on YouTube last night. I want to tour the world with this guy. I posted his YouTube video. He says, these are my instruments. He's from overseas somewhere. I don't know exactly where. But he plays like, he's a virtuoso on all of them. Like he played lute and flute and kazoo. I mean, everything, the hurdy-gurdy, the accordion, the violin, every kind of guitar and stringed instrument that you can imagine, the oud, the, sitar, everything from all over the world. And I thought, wow, this guy is absolutely amazing. So I wish I could, devote more time to that, because that dude in a loop pedal, man, is a night out. That's really like an incredible experience. Wow.
Are you self-taught?
I've taken lessons, and I'm also taught myself the rest.
Do you play any percussion instruments?
Yes, I do actually. I have a djembe, I have a bunch of a cajon, a bunch of different. I've taken some lessons on an acoustic drum set, so I can play a little bit on that too. I love percussion. I really love percussion.
What inspired, for instance, Great Lengths?
What is that about? That was a kind of a mysterious song. What happened is I went to the studio and I thought that I brought the music with me that I intended to record, and I forgot it all. So now I'm at the studio and I don't have a song. So I said, set up the keyboard. And I just sat down and I started, doing something, and I wanted something that didn't sound like everybody else. I go out to hear music so often, it's like, oh gosh, I can't handle it. My neurons are saturated with this stuff, super saturated. It's like the same sound over and over. So I wanted something fresh, So I started playing chord patterns, and I failed to write them down. I really liked it. So I recorded the keyboard track, and I kept going back trying to figure out layering on top of it what to do with it. And at one point we had drums, and it's like, no, this song doesn't have a percussion track. It's not right. I brought a sax player in. He's blowing his head off in there, and then we couldn't use any of the what he did, you know. But I bought him dinner. He's a friend, good friend. So that wasn't right either. So the song was very much a mystery to me until I finally went in and put down the cello and the violin track, and I took out the percussion, and I said,
There it is.
that's what it is, you know, like it revealed itself to me, you know. And so the video reflects a lot about what the meaning of the song is, so that when I was young, I wanted to be an astronaut and an astrophysicist and all of that. And I studied a lot of physics and science. I have a science background. And so I love that kind of stuff, you know. And so that reflects back to an early time in my life, a path that I wanted to take, but I couldn't take because of various things in my family and so forth. And so it's my way of saying to the Creator, I'll go any distance for you, any distance at all, because I know you went all that distance, not only for me, but for all of us, like to create the vast, Great Lengths has so much meaning to it, like the distance from the furthest galaxy, you know, to the other, the distance of knowledge, of the infinity of learning and knowledge, the depths and the breadth of love. It has no end, you know, and so it means all of that, really. And so,
Is that what a lot of your music is based on?
a lot of my music is based, it's all love to me. See, music is love to me. It's a way of expressing all the different types of love and experiences that love puts us through, really. And so I always say the universe is vibrating with love, you know. Vibrating with music, and love is the glue that holds everything together, is what I meant to say. That everything, the earth is playing music, the trees, everything is playing music around us all the time. So for me, music is that, I love music because it happens. It just happens. Like I used to play in a church choir and a church band, and we had the choir and the band. And I'll never forget, like, different instruments I would play. It would happen with different instruments, because every week I'd play different ones, right? And so one time with the violin, I'll never forget, it's the first time it happened. It happened another time with the accordion. It was the strangest thing, you know, we're all just sawing wood and doing what we're doing, and we're playing our songs and stuff. And then all of a sudden, the most amazing thing, it's like time stopped and eternity opened up, and like, this incredible moment happened where now we're in a different place. And it's like a window opens. Wow. And at that moment, we're all in perfect sync. The light increases in the room. Everything, it's like magical, to use that term. And then it closes again, like a gracious thing, you know, like this beautiful thing. I live for these moments, really. I live for them.
You do a lot of videoing. Do you do the actual videoing yourself?
I do some, and then I have a supply of some stock footage that I use. But I love to go out with my camera, and I put it on a tripod, and I do a lot of shooting myself. I made a film, and I'm looking forward to making soul songs as a film. And so I like to shoot also. I enjoy filmmaking. I enjoy photography. The camera is a fascinating thing. For some reason or other, the intimacy gained through a camera cannot be gained through the naked eye. You know, like when I've gone out just to shoot stills or video, just of a flower, and I'm there in that moment with the camera looking through, there's an intimacy that is achieved and received. The study of this subject is so incredibly deep and profound and communicative that I really don't find this with anything else. And the beauty is that something always happens. Again, things happen when you're doing art, because it's an inspired activity. Something always happens. Like I was shooting a short film I wrote excuse me, called Light Post some years ago. And a young actor was in a wheelchair. That was his part. He didn't really need the wheelchair, but that was his part. And at one moment I told him, we were out, it was the winter, and I told him, okay, I want you to start flapping your hands like you want to fly, but you can't. You know what I mean? And so it was a really powerful, I was directing that short film, really powerful scene. He was a great actor, the young guy. And so he starts flapping his wings. At that moment, the sun came through the clouds out of nowhere and shined a beam right on him. And a bird came down and landed on his shoulder. I mean, a seagull. How could this happen? It's like the bird wanted to help him fly, learn how to fly. Things happen when you're in the inspired state and you want to communicate through various artistic means love and truth to the world.
When you did one of your videos, I'm not sure by name, I'm sorry, but one of your videos you were walking around with the banjo. How did you do that? How was that shot?
Okay, I set up my tripod.
It was very interesting the way the angles and stuff that came out.
Thank you. Yeah, I set up the tripod with the camera on it, and then I turn the camera on and I go on, just edit the footage after. The unfortunate thing is you can't get pan shots, you can't get zoom shots, at least from this camera. I mean, there are very expensive cameras that have remotes where you can turn them on and off, you can pan and zoom, you can do a lot of things with them. So the way I create motion is to me, the subject to be moving rather than the camera moving around a stationary subject or also a moving object. And then to set up multiple camera angles and then to edit it.
So some shots look like time lapse.
Right.
Was that done purposely or is that just the way the shots came
That can
out?
be done in post-production. Yeah, so we do it that way.
So some time lapse. And then
Yes.
then there was something that ran across the grass. It wasn't a human. It looked like maybe...
That scene, yeah. Like a zombie.
A zombie walking across the field.
Yes. Well, everything...
Was that computer generated?
Well, no, that was available to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I didn't create that animation. I love some of the animated, the new video coming up that I'm releasing on Friday, The Penny Waltz. It's another song that came to me in a dream. That has a very big story associated with that one. 9 years to the day that it came to me in a dream, I'm releasing it on Friday. It's pretty amazing, really. A lot went on from that song. But I try to choreograph, because I have a dance background many years ago. I try to choreograph the music to the lyrics, to the visual. So I'm telling this story, and some of it's abstract because these are videos and we want to abstract them because we want to give a broader representation of the meaning. But I try to choreograph them to the exact beat. It's got to come down right at the right moment, just on because percussion is so important and rhythm is so important, right? So it's got to come down just the right way and say just the right thing at just the right time. So everything will be rich with meaning and not obvious, not so, if you can figure out the end of a story, it's not a well-written story.
That's true.
Before we move on I want to describe your next song a little bit, Jesse. I'd like to speak about your book a little bit. Sevi has written a book called Soul Songs, and I actually have a little offer after we're done speaking. Tell me a little bit about the book.
I brought this book for you tonight because this book is actually about music, the real meaning of music and the purpose of it. And it's a love story, a broken love story, as well as a story of a man searching for his true identity and who he really is and what his true purpose in life is. And, this is a very profound story. It came to me actually, because I'm a kind of a visual person, even though I play a lot of music. I was sitting down listening to an artist play an open mic one time, and in between she told a story about a man that went to some faraway island and how the natives there gather around a person to sing them their song. Like, so as the child would grow up, if that child would stray from who they really are or what their destiny is, they would gather, the villagers would gather around and sing the destiny song of that person. So I was so fascinated by that cultural, beautiful tradition, that whole story came to me. And that's it, but it's much bigger than that. Like, I definitely want to make that film.
If anybody, Sevi has been gracious enough to donate some books, and what I'd like to do is, if you go to the Jimmy G Church of Music page, you'll see a link on there to donate to St. Jude's Hospital for Children, and we're going to offer a book to the. How many books were there approximately? How many books?
About 50 books tonight?
I have about 50 books that Sevi donated, and the first 50 people that donate to St. Jude's on my link,
That's awesome.
we'll send a link to. If you just push the button, the money goes directly to St. Jude, but I do get a readout who's donating, and I'll get in touch with you, and I'll get you a copy of this book, except for one, because I might keep one. I think I might keep.
I want to.
I'm going to give one to Tommy too. So the next 48 people, I'll offer my production, my producer inside too. So, and Steve. So we're already down 4. So hurry up and donate. Just go to the Jimmy G Face and Music page. You'll see the link on there. You just push the button, and then you can donate with PayPal, credit card, whatever you give is great. It's going to be an ongoing fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Very, very worthy cause.
Yeah, I've been involved with a lot of different organizations and causes over the years, and I decided to devote my time to one cause and really work a little hard. You know, I'll do other stuff if somebody asks me, but that's going to be my cause that I.
That's beautiful.
So, once again, it's Soul Songs by Sevi Regis. The name's a tongue twister. I'm surprised for 8 letters.
You know.
Tell us a little bit about the song Jessie. We're gonna play that next while we get set up with some music.
My first, the first dog that I was really, really close with, I gave him the name Jesse, and he was just so close to me, this dog. We had a bond that was just absolutely incredible, the love that we had. I mean, I can't say I've really had that kind of an experience with a human being. I mean, the purity.
Dogs are better sometimes.
Unbelievable. And he was aware of everything. He just knew everything. He was 100% on the money. We were just so close. That dog had my back, and I had his back, and we were buds, really close. So I kind of wrote this song about him, you know, and some of it is from true life experience, and some of it is extrapolated from people that I've known, things that have happened to them. And so I put that together. A lot of the video footage I shot for this one, but some of it was also supplied. And it was really fun. Actually, this video was really hard to make. For some reason, it was just really hard. This one was piecing it together. It was difficult. But I've been making that song available for animal rescue and donations and things like that. I use that song for that purpose, for charitable purposes also. So I allow all the shelters or anybody to use it. It was recently used for a dog named Jessie that was unadoptable. For some reason, the dog was in the shelter for 3 years. Nobody would take Jessie. And I wrote the song and produced the video before I heard about the dog Jessie, so I contacted them right away and I said, please, you know, if you could use my video in any way, my song in any way to help the dog get adopted. So I try to do things like that as well.
What we're going to do is we're going to play Jessie for you, and we're going to get set up to do a little live performance. I was going to do a live performance with yours truly on the bass. And the song we're going to play live, I guess you could say it's an experiment. It's a song in progress.
Yes.
And hopefully I could have you back in a few weeks when the song is complete, or whenever you complete it.
Very, very kind of
And
you.
then we could compare today
Yes,
to the
it's
final
a kind of
product.
like a rockish, grungy tune.
Yeah.
You know, I play it on electric mostly with a distortion pedal. But I like to play all different genres of music. So yes, when the lyrics are finally done, I will be back.
And we'll come back, and then we could play the two together and show people how a song is developed.
Oh, cool, nice.
So, Bob, you ready to play a video? You got it. This is Jesse by Sevi Regis.
On the satin sheets of my bed, my husband slept with a strange red head, no longer deceived by his charm. I set off the fire alarm, jumped into the car with my dog, drove far away through a mountain fog. A drop rolled down from his eye, broken heart made him cry. Jesse, it's you and me, and love makes three. Don't care about the rest, 'cause we're a happy family. Jesse, the wind is in our sails, so let's go up through the clouds without a trail. The wedding crashed to an end. My elusive fiancé did not attend. He claimed to be frozen by fears, left me at the altar in tears. Went home with a face on my mind, knew only one who would always be kind. Time to move on again. Come on, boy, you're better than that. Jesse, every day is a Christmas tree. Angels ride on silver clouds and play our symphony. Jesse, there's a crystal river in your eyes, refreshing drink of love that never dries. It's the time of our lives when we've gotta fly. As long as we're together, there'll be kites in the sky. Unconditional love flows so freely from you. It doesn't really matter, you've got four legs, not two. No, it doesn't really matter what life puts us through. My boyfriend hit me tonight. Cruel and abusive, always has to be right. Looking for love, found hate instead. Sometimes I'd be better off dead. Tried to walk out the door, he threw me down, banged my head on the floor, squeezed my neck trying to make me beg, till Jesse grabbed hold of his leg. Jesse, it's you and me, and love makes three. Don't care about the rest, 'cause we're a happy family. Jesse, clouds without a tread. Jesse, every day's a Christmas tree. Angels ride on some clouds and play our symphony. Jesse, there's a crystal river in your eyes, refreshing drink of love that never dries. I see God in your wise brown eyes.
Hello, and we are back. Now we got a special treat for you. Sevi and Jim are going to be playing a brand new song that's not complete, has some lyrics, not them all. It's called Grunge Generation. Enjoy.
Grunge Generation. In a few weeks, we're going to bring this up again when it's finished. Whenever Sevi's finished with this, we'll bring it up again. I'll try to play this against the new song as it's completed. What's the name of your last song?
Thanks so much for joining me on it. It was so much fun to share that with you.
What's the name of your next video?
The next video is the Penny Waltz.
The next video you're going to hear, no, what we're going to play tonight.
Oh, that we're going to play tonight? Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Save Me.
Next video you're going to hear, we're going to play Save Me. We're going to get set up to speak a little bit. And then we're going to have a performance by Stephen Walsh.
Doesn't matter what I do, staying true, see it through. Doesn't matter what I do, it always turns out the same. Doesn't matter what I do, escape the zoo or paint it blue. Doesn't matter what I do, it always turns out the same. I've tried everything to turn the tide and ride the swing. Yes, I've tried everything. I tried to find a way through the muck and mire. Why I wandered many gloomy nights past the ash and fire. It's been so ominous and dire. Are you gonna save me or set me free? If you wanna save me, gotta be speedy. Do you plan to save me or let me be? Are you gonna save me? Save me. Doesn't matter what I do, cry boo or die for you. Doesn't matter what I do. Doesn't matter what I do, it always turns out the same. Tried everything to turn the winter into spring. Yes, I have tried everything. Why I spent so many lonely nights hanging from the spire with my soul on fire. Are you gonna save me or set me free? If you wanna save me, gotta be speedy. Do you want to save me or let me be? Are you gonna save me? Save me.
Well, we get Steve set up to play a few songs off his album. How do you say that, Steve? Deja?
EXO.
EXO. Soul Distortion. I'd just like to say a quick word in regards to, I don't know how many people are familiar with or heard about the rapper Nipsey Hussle that was murdered this week. There's a backstory behind Nipsey Hussle that people always complain that people get famous and they move away from the neighborhood where they came from, and they go on to a different lifestyle, and they don't try to bring anybody with them, from where they came. Nipsey Hussle has he had a history. He was involved in some gang life earlier, but he was setting up a seminar between the community and some gangs and working on stuff like that. But he put a lot of local people in business. He put a lot of money into his community. He became a real role model for kids in the community where he came from, which was quite underprivileged. And I just want to give him a little shout out because he is a guy that made it, went back home and tried to do the right thing. And it's kind of sad that he lost his life. A lot of people are going to be hurt by it. He was helping a lot of people get a little pick-me-up in life. So, R.I.P. Nipsey.
It's a strange thing. I see like so many good people dying like now through all different means. I'm scrolling through Facebook. It's like one good guy, girl after another on the news. Everywhere I look, it's like all the good are being taken away.
The gooder. The gooders.
Wow.
The good doers.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very sad about him. He was really trying to help the community.
He was really someone I worked with, yeah.
He was like one of the heroes.
Yeah. I have a few friends that actually met him and know him, and they say he was personally a really terrific person.
Yeah.
So,
Shame.
Steve Ross is your friend. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you know?
Tell me what I know about Steve. Steve puts his whole heart and soul into his music. He's a very authentic artist. He's a diverse artist, but he has a style that he really loves and typifies very well.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear some of that tonight. I thought it was good to bring him because there's a whole lot of wonderful artists out there that aren't getting enough exposure. So I wanted to make sure he had the opportunity to bring his sound to the public, and I'm very happy that he's also has a really cool voice, and he's very diversified in his singing ability, and he's doing some vocals on some of my tracks as well. So we'll be working together on those.
Very cool.
Thursday we'll be recording another session.
And why don't you announce him on? Why don't you announce him on to play his song, play his tunes?
Oh yeah, sure, happy to. Okay, everybody, you ready for this? Stephen Walsh.
Quake in all the empire.
We don't actually see the picture, right? We don't actually see the picture, right? No, we don't actually see it, but it's there. I'm there, it looks like you're watching a picture.
But now your mouth is sick on stories that you said. What was your past has left your future with no trace. The house will shake and the foundations will fall away. Dreams collide while streams collide in mine, in your mind. Sands and seas and rivers at your knees, in your life, in your life. 4 weeks of alone, it has saved you, but now the time is a war that pushes oceans to your door. The march is as you clear down Main Street to my shore. The seas will pour and break all the concrete underneath your floor. Dreams collide while streams divide in your mind, in your mind. Sands and seas and rivers at your knees in your life, in your life. Dreams can sing, scattered dreams, treeside seas colliding streams. Seaside waves collapsing concrete. The ocean breaks, it breaks, breaks, it breaks. P-state schemes, the dark sky hours. Floodgates fade, escapes and towers. Years pass now, 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 now. Awake, 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 awake on your feet, on your feet. These life signs are pervasive, but now it's time to restore the soul you had before the war, or it'll turn to sound, a whisper to a roar. Dreams are cure, all the streams are waiting outside your door. Dreams are cure, all the dreams are waiting outside your door. Dreams collide while streams collide in your mind, in your mind. Sands and seas and rivers at your knees. In your life, in your life, dreams of high while streams collide in your mind, in your mind. Sands and seas and rivers at your knees, in your life, in your life. Thanks, y'all. Oh, another song.
Sure.
Yeah, have you play that?
Please do.
Hey, y'all. This is not on the album. Wide awake at 5:38. Ah, it's so early, but it seems so late. I'm not the sound without the sun. I need all the stars, but never one. I miss the sun inside. Oh, I never know. I ask the mountain wise, but not a clue. I'm at the door to know something more. Oh, I see the mountain now that you wrote another war. leaving out the keys. And I'll never feed. Oh, it's all been answers, all they need. About the need. I've never gone far. Oh, I never knew. Life's got so much compromise. There's not much left. Please be a while. True. Please be a while. I've never sung, I've never gone. I miss y'all, never gonna about to set you off. Leaving out the song I've had, but I'd never go. I'd seek salvation, but you already bought the song. When that song wants to lighten hell, things are heading now. They're not bad. Please be wild and true. Please be wild and true. Right away at 5:38. Oh, it's so early, but it seems so late. Hey, thanks, y'all. Hey, Jane.
We only have a few minutes left, and I'd like to speak to Steve a little bit about his music. What inspired you to do this?
To do the album or
The album.
or the well, I've written these songs over the last few years, and mostly in acoustic settings, like doing lots of open mics and playing some gigs in the city. I do a lot of gigs in the city. I've never been on a show like this before, so I'm
You have
nervous.
anything coming up? You have anything coming up lately?
Nothing soon. Yeah, I'm kind of getting some physical CDs made up, and then once those are set, then I'm going to start booking.
If I call you, will you do a show one night for me?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, Jimmy.
maybe we could play all together one night. I'd like to do Sevi's other song when she's finished, and we'll get together.
Oh yeah, that would be
We'll
good.
play together.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun night. Maybe we get Tommy to play some drums for us tonight.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah.
And Bob's a guitar, producer's a guitar player too.
Oh, no kidding.
yeah?
We have a
It's
whole
a whole
band,
band.
too. We
Yeah,
have
you
a
got a
band.
house
Let's
band.
do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. Sevi, Steve, my man Tommy,
Hi.
producer
Hi.
Bob.
And a round of
Top Hat
applause
Studios.
for doing a great
Yeah,
show,
thank you, Jimmy.
for supporting
Thank
the
you, thank
community.
you. And how we looking, Bob?
Ready to roll it out.
Ready to roll it out? Well, thank you, everybody. Jimmy G's Church of Music.
Group hug, group hug.
We're going to have a little group hug.
All right.
Come back next week.
Please do.
Next week.
Love you.
Come back the next week and the next week and the next week.
Just don't stop.
Some music and love. Thank you.